Oh, Lord, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking over my notes. Good morning. Uh, I went to bed between 7 and 8. I think 8, really, to be honest. Last night, I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning. Went back down around 3. Woke up at 7. Do I feel like I've got rest? Oh, my Lord. No. Look into my face. Or eyes. No. And yes, I'm still somewhat a giggle box, I guess, because I just feel like I've not got enough sleep, and my brain's just, like I said, my brain's deep fried. But this morning I've been doing research. No, not on celiac, not on Crohn's disease. I'll get to that later. I've been looking at, oh Lord, I just went dumb. I posted it to my Facebook account and to my Google Plus account, about your gut issues and antibiotics. And unfortunately, I've been on antibiotics since like 2007 to present, because they always want to throw in the antibiotics when no matter what. But if I can actually find that page I'm talking about. And I'm going to read a few things from what I posted on my Google Plus and my Facebook about. And you guys, you're smarter. You've had it longer. Like I said, I've had it since my childhood, but didn't know I had it until I was diagnosed. And then we started looking on my back history and going, okay, I have had it since I was a teenager. I'm born in Florida. I played in the woods and built palmetto little huts and tick bites, and so we know from my old doctor who mysteriously quit, knows I tracked it back to teenager. Could be earlier. I may have, and sadly, I could have been born with it because of my mother. Because my mother shows signs of Lyme disease. So, I mean, I could either been born with it or I've had it since a teenager. We know that for a fact, but not been diagnosed with it. Never. You go, oh, that's just common aches, pains, you're getting old. You exercise routines or running. What are the people called? Athletes. There you go. But I didn't know this till excuse me, I'm not playing stupid. I'm obviously stupid because I've really not checked up on my gut issues until today. And, like when I had H. pylori 6 years ago. I didn't know that is a sign for a impending relapse, either on Lyme or rickettsia or any co-infection. It shows that you could have an impending relapse. I didn't know that. That's if you don't catch it early and get it fixed. Which what do? They sling antibiotics in your guts, which they did me. And at the time until I looked at my LabCorp records, I didn't know they even knew I had Lyme then. So that was their fault. They just ingested the 5 cancer antibiotics in my system, which made me severely sick. And I've done that twice. But I didn't know that. But I didn't know it was a showing of an impending relapse on if you have Lyme or, like I said, rickettsia or any co-infections. I didn't know that. Also, when it comes to your GI and issuing antibiotics, it really wreaks havoc on your guts. 50% of the prescriptions, and I'm looking down too in case nobody's read up on this insert, 50% of antibiotics are commonly prescribed for conditions that aren't even associated with bacterial infections. That means the flu and the cold, they're viruses. They're not bacterial infections, but what do? They slam you with antibiotics. When that's not an infection, that's a virus. I didn't know that, and they've always slung, like when I had the walking pneumonia. I still don't know if that's a virus or bacterial infection yet, so I don't know if they slam me with antibiotics when it wasn't an infection. I don't know. Somebody know that? Answer it. I've not looked up Also, when it comes to, I mean, I know meats we buy in the store, they ingest these animals with antibiotics, and they eat the grass that is sprayed with pesticides and things like that, and that does wreak havoc on your guts, because they give them a course of antibiotics to keep them from disease and sickness, not including the whatever I just said on the grass, pesticides they spray on grass and everything to help them with the growth, which is no good for us. So I do know organic meat is the best way to go if you're a meat eater, but I really didn't think much about eating regular meats when I did eat meats, that the antibiotics they put in them, in the grass they eat, if it's sprayed with pesticide, how it really can destroy your guts. So, I mean, another question. Are we better, what is it? Are we better safe than sorry for taking the antibiotics? The answer would be no. We're not better safe than sorry. Only reason why is because taking unnecessary antibiotics can actually do more harm than good. Excessive use of antibiotics wreak havoc on your health because the impact on our guts, because it impacts our guts. Now listen, a lot of you probably already know this. I really never really read about my guts till they started getting worse. So you can overlook and fast forward if you need to. I'm trying to get to another subject here, which was in the beginning. But I didn't know that. I really did not know that. I did not know about the H. pylori either at all. That's a symptom of showing a relapse. So I also want to apologize for last night's video. I was severely tired. I'm still severely tired this morning. I'm trying to stay lucid because my brain is fried. My body is aching. It's cold and it's raining outside, which is changing over to snow. So I feel it. My bones feel it. I feel like an old lady who can tell you there's a storm coming before it hits. And that's how I feel this morning. As for so I do want to apologize if I offended anybody through my comical Gigglebox video last night. Oh my Lord, I watched it this morning and was like, I should have never posted that. There could be some people that take offense to it, because like Tracy on Tired of Lyme has said, you've seen people take offense to if they're feeling bad, they're hurting, they're pain, they can't walk, they can't whatever, and I'm having a good day or I'm giggling because I'm sleepy, and they overlook that and just take it offensively. Well, I'm sorry. This is my vlog, my life, and I can't help it if I feel good one day, giggly the next, pain one moment, and screaming and crying the other. As for my guts this morning, they're sore, but I'm not going to eat nothing. So, no. I also looked into the movie prep. That's a weird name. And when it takes, you prep it the morning, like my procedure starts on Friday. So I can prep it Thursday morning, stick it in the ice box, get it nice and cold, and drink it. I got an hour and a half time span where I've got to drink this quart of for an hour and a half. I've got to have it done within an hour and a half. And it'll take up to an hour to 2 hours to kick in. And then, here's the thing I'm not liking about this. You know what the side effects of this? And when I'm done, I'll tell you why I'm saying this. The side effects for doing the drink. Now, I've got to take it at 3 p.m., so that means by 5 o'clock, these side effects are going to hit. And will last 2 to 3 hours after I drink it. And then I got to turn around and take it at I got to take it at 3 p.m. Thursday afternoon. And it'll take till 5 p.m. that night or afternoon to take effect. And it can last 2 to 3 hours after I drink it for it to all work and get done. And then turn around and take it 3 a.m. Friday morning. It'll take 2 hours, so it'll kick in at 5 o'clock Friday morning. And I've got to be at the hospital at 8 a.m. and then they do the procedures at 9 a.m. So it kicks in at 5. I'll probably be picked up between 6:37. That is the time limit that I've got. I'll be in the bathroom. And I've got to ride down a mountain with this taking effect in my guts. But here's the side effects. Stomach cramps. Malaise, the feeling unwell. Abdominal pain, vomiting. Indigestion, bloating, gas, and discomfort. Rectal pain. Sleep issues, irritation, thirst, shivering, hunger, dizziness, headaches. That's Lyme. That's everything I've been going through anyway through my gut issues. So if I can make it for the next 22 days on minimal pain, I got to deal with everything I've dealt with this past weekend, especially these past 2 days. The night of procedure and the day of procedure. That's not right. I don't want to go through that hell again of that. And I mean, I know I'm going to go through it again for my procedure. Well, that's the side effects of it. But the things I can do the day before, I mean, that would be Thursday. Clear fruit juices, no pulps. I can do orange juice, apple juice, things like that. I really don't drink apple juice or orange juice. It just straight through me. Limeades, lemonades, coffees, teas with sugar, no dairies or no non-dairies, no creamers whatsoever. Clear broths, Sprite, 7-Ups, gelatins without fruit or pulp in it, popsicles with no fruit or no pulp or no pieces in it. That's all I can do on Thursday. All I can do. That's all I'm going to do anyway for the next 22 days. Also, I would like to say happy February. We've got a total of what? Is there 30 or 31 days in this month? I'm going to guess 31. So 30, 40, 50. Maybe 50 days left and it's spring. Wow. But yep, this is the month of women with heart disease, men too. So anytime you can post, please try and wear a red ribbon or something red to bring awareness to heart diseases and heart issues, which unfortunately it just dawned on me. It was February till I just started vlogging, so you could support others, because with Lyme disease it can cause heart diseases, heart issues. And I have my left and my right, one left and one right heart ventricle that is enlarged, which causes issues for me. Didn't find that out till I had multiple mini strokes. So anytime you can post, support February with the heart disease awareness month. And if you do have heart issues, either prior to Lyme disease diagnosis or through it, and find out that you have it after you are diagnosed with Lyme or rickettsia or whatever, please let us be aware so we can support you through your heart disease through the heart disease awareness month, which is February. So also my prayers go out to everybody. I also want to thank everybody: Michelle, Charity, Bill, Mike, Jen, Tracy. Oh my goodness, the list goes on. For one moment, if I can bring a giggle, a laughter, or a smile, or a snicker to your day that's been so out, like mine was yesterday morning, I did my job. I did my job. And yes, I know I post when I'm mostly feeling good. But I do that. I mean, I post bad days too. But I love to bring joy to people, to everybody. I always find a laughter in my day, a joy, a light, a shimmer, a shake, whatever. Sprinkle, sparkle, silver lining. No matter how crappy I'm feeling, I always try to make sure I bring some joy and happiness and laughter to somebody else that may be feeling down, may be feeling like, hey, I'm going nuts here. What is going on? And watch my video and may get a giggle or a smile or, all that I said above. that brings me joy, that even though I'm going through heartache and pain and issues, I'm making somebody's moment happy. You know, you're like, well, she brought that little glimmer today. She was the good thing today, because I felt like crap all day, and she made me laugh for 5 minutes or however long you giggle. So I'm blessed to be able to do that with my videos. And I try not to be so jokey and giggly, but hey, listen, I live with a husband who sprouts out things out his mouth, and he doesn't think. He just speaks before he thinks, and I've had to learn to just roll with it. So he's kind of rubbed off on me. So I mean, and my natural self is a giggly, bouncy, giddy person. And yes, I mean, I have bad days, but I try. It's better to laugh than cry, to be honest. I'd rather laugh about my pain. Like right now, my legs feel like somebody's got ball bats and just beating the crap out of my thigh bones to my knees today. But I'd rather laugh about it, because if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry, and the cry is going to make me more stressful, and the pain is going to feel more intense because of the stress of thinking about this pain that's going on. So I try to find something else to look at and giggle about to get it off my mind. But that's that's just how I feel about the whole thing. I mean, and I'm also doing research about if you have state insurance, Medicaid, or Medicare for that matter. It is a disgrace that they could give you insurance, but they will not include dental or vision, which is the two things that really messes with us on Lyme disease. Even chronically ill people, even though the reason why they won't give you they won't include it on your insurance, at least for Tennessee it states, is there's not enough dentists or vision doctors that will do because it's pretty much pro bono, if you think about it, that accept Medicaid or Medicare to pay for your vision or your dental. And why that is in the state of Tennessee is because if you have Medicaid or Medicare, that company through the state insurance will take their long sweet time paying the dental and vision payment. So why would a dentist want to accept Medicaid and Medicare or state insurance when it takes the state to pay the dental or the vision a year or longer to pay for your procedure? So I understand that. So, but it is sad due to the state wanting to take their slow, sweet molasses time paying the dentist or the vision payment for what they've done, is why there's not many doctors that will accept that insurance. But there are very few. There's like only 35 in Chattanooga, which is Tennessee, that will accept dental or vision state insurance, which to get vision and dental state insurance through the state, I have state insurance. They applied me for it. The state put me in it when I was in the hospital. I can't go to a dentist, and if you have Lyme, and Lyme a lot of Lyme lives in your mouth, and I do the coconut rinsing. You chew on it, you swish on it for 20 minutes, spit it out, nasty stuff. I do that. But we do have a lot of Lyme bacteria in our mouth, in our jaws, in our cavities. And it's TV. Ooh, not Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp. He party. Sorry, it was a commercial and I saw him. He looked good. But due to the lack of the state taking their sweet time paying the dental or vision company what they're owed, is why so many doctors don't accept that insurance. So, and that's sad for us, because we have to live with what the state is choosing to take their time on. Therefore, we can't get it. Now, if you get a supplemental dental or vision through your state insurance, you're still paying out of pocket because that's a standard for the dentist and the vision going, well, yeah, you have the supplemental insurance for dental and vision, but they're only going to pay 80%, so we need your 20% up front. And that could be thousands of dollars. So that issue really wreaks havoc with me, because if you have, I mean, a lot of us have dental issues due to the Lyme disease, and I do have dental issues, and I used to have beautiful, healthy teeth, and now it's like, no matter how much coconut rinse and chew you do and everything you do to help prevent it, it still will not stop it. Like, I mean, like a year or so ago, the TMJ that set up in my face and the abscess underneath my tooth caused havoc, but yet the state won't pay for it. It's an out-of-pocket job, and that's pretty sad, that because we've got to pay for so much as it is. So, I mean, and I'm rambling, guys. I really am rambling, but I do want to apologize for last night's post. For anybody it may have offended, but hey, you got to take a joke. You got to roll with the punches. You got to find laughter and joy in your day. I'm going to stay warm because for some reason I can't get warm today at all, no matter how high I put the heat up. But find some joy in your day. Hopefully, you know, you will find it. Hopefully it's warmer where you're at, because it's cold where I'm at. But I'm going to do some research into the celiac and Crohn's disease with Lyme and see what happens there and find out what the heck toxic colitis is, because I don't know what that is either. But other than that, also Charity and Michelle, yes, go to Google Hangouts and you will find the site there, and it's like Skype. You can go and type in Google Hangouts download, and you will download the, whatever it is. It's like Skype. It'll pop up, and you can talk and chit-chat and face talk, or just talk through them. But yeah, that's where you go, and I've already added you both to my Facebook and my Google Hangouts. So, yeah, it's Google Hangouts is what it's called. You can download the app, or you can just go online and just talk through Google Hangouts to everybody. But yeah, I like to, that's what me and Mike were trying to do, is get everybody, so it's just not talking through YouTube time. We can talk face to face, you know, like this, and be able to get as a group and get together and talk. And it seems like you get to know everybody better that way. So anybody who does want to get to talk outside of just the YouTube videos, go to Google Hangout, download the app if you want to, or do it online. Type in our YouTube names. My name, Lyme and Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever Warrior, is through my Facebook, my Google Plus, my Google Hangouts. It's everywhere. So that's my main name when you go to look for me. I think it actually is for Mike Fives and Charity and Michelle Lindsay as well, because I just added them both. But so we can get to a community where we can just talk and chit-chat and have fun. We're trying somewhat look over what we're going through and be able to get to know each other better outside of being so precautious of what you say through YouTube, which I'm very cautious of what I say, because sometimes your brain says things you don't mean, and it's the Lyme messing with you, and you just splurting out words. So I'm very precautious on what I say. But I do, again, want to apologize for last night's video. I didn't mean no disrespect if anybody did find it disrespectful. But if you found a joy and a laughter and giggled through it, I did my job. Even though I wasn't feeling good and I was tired and in pain, I did my job by bringing joy to somebody else. And that's part of our job too, is helping others finding some form of joy through your day when you've not found it. Other than that, guys, God bless, and look for the silver lining, because if you don't, no one else will. Bye.